It's showtime.
Hey, welcome to Did You Watch Survivor Last Night? This is the Survivor podcast for compassionate haters. My name is Jake Scheidel. Each week I ask my best friend Thomas Powell if he did indeed watch a certain reality show. Hey, Thomas, how's it doing today?
Jake, I'm doing all right. It is with a heavy heart that I must announce that I am withdrawing from the 2024 presidential election. I will finish my term as president, but that's going to be all. And I formally nominate Johnny Knoxville from Jackass. I formally endorse him to be president. Couldn't we all get behind that? I think we could.
I would vote for Johnny Knoxville, absolutely. He was in that movie The Ringer that I remember being better than I expected based on the premise. He was in Jackass.
Yeah, I believe you owned that movie on digital video disc.
I did own that movie on digital video disc. I don't think I still do, but maybe a relative gave it to me at Christmas one year, and I said, "Oh, thank you." And then I think we watched it a year or two later. It was like, who cares, you know? Thanks to whatever relative gave me that gift, though. That was very kind of you. Because I did love comedy movies at the time that came out, and I loved receiving DVDs for Christmas. So
They knew that you loved humor.
I love humor. Humor is kind of like the water of art, don't you think?
Yeah, it's so delicious. I agree.
So delicious. You know what else was delicious? Was this week's episode of Survivor Micronesia. Thomas, did you watch Survivor Micronesia last night?
Times are hard, you're afraid to pay the fee.
Jake, I certainly did.
And what did you think of the episode title? It was Like a Wide-Eyed Kid in a Candy Store. Speaking of delicious.
I feel like they are just kind of picking any old thing as the title this time around.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Like they just kind of put the cursor on some random scene and we're like, let's do whatever the first line in this is. Like a wide-eyed kid in a candy store. Sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's an episode title. No problem.
I don't think that is really the first thing I think of when I think of this episode.
Right.
But it's not bad.
When I saw the episode title, I assumed it was going to be about, like how excited one of the favorites was to be playing with the fans, you know? Or vice versa. Scratch that, reverse it, remember? Speaking of candy stores, Willy Wonka, he said that in that movie.
Willy Wonka is in that movie. I think we can all agree.
Everybody remembers Willy Wonka being in that movie.
I'm tired of people saying that he isn't.
There's a candy store in the Willy Wonka movie, Thomas. That's what I was saying. With Mr. Slugworth, remember him? And the candy store? And the golden tickets? And there's that scene...
Mr. Slugworth wanted to steal the recipe for the everlasting gobstopper.
Exactly. And then we got his origin story, Mr. Wonka's origin story, where he used to play tennis against another boy for a girl's affection. Remember? Mr. Wonka did that.
Was that in the movie? Was that in the recent movie that I didn't watch?
Wonka, yep. Did you know that if you rearrange the letters in Like a Wide-Eyed Kid in a Candy Store, you get Wonka?
You know what? I didn't put that together, but you know that's why we have enterprising young sleuths like you on the case.
That's me, an enterprising young sleuth. You do have to drop like 85% of the letters, but you can actually do it. This first premiered on March 19th, 2008. Excuse me. How old would you have been March 19th, 2008?
Jake, I would have been 16 years old.
I would have also been 16 years old and 364 days. Maybe 365 days. Is 2008 a leap year? Probably, right? Because election years and leap years happen on the same... Thomas.
I guess that's true. It was a leap year this year, wasn't it? I feel like this is a thing that has been said to me multiple times, and every time I go, yeah, I guess you're right, and then I immediately forget it.
Olympics, leap year, and presidential elections the same year every time. Isn't that interesting? It's a fact.
Summer Olympics, right? Not
yes.
winter.
Yeah, not the real ones. How many viewers do you think this one received? Last week got 13.06 million.
I'm going to say 12.8.
A lot of people were upset about Chet leaving, actually. If you wanna-
12 million.
It was actually more people were upset about it than that.
11.5 million.
Close enough. 11.34 million people viewed this episode, down nearly 2 million from last week. People
I
loved
wonder if
Chet.
it coincided with something at the same time. Or maybe they were just really mad, you know?
Yeah. On Malakal, they talk about killing the 3 chickens. Ozzy is annoyed that Tracy is breeding insecurity around the camp. Big episode for Ozzy, huh?
Yeah, it was an Ozzy-centric episode. I thought that Ozzy was in the right in this argument.
In the argument about Tracy breeding insecurity around camp?
Not so much that, but the eggs are a renewable resource thing.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, I forgot that was the argument. Yeah. I'm always on that side. We want to keep eating, right? Or do we want to eat some and then waste a bunch of food? That's the option here.
No, it's really clearly that he just wants to hoard all those chickens for himself. Wants to be the only one left to eat them all.
Yep, exactly. That makes so much sense, actually. At
It was
iRide,
especially funny to say that when he had like 700 crabs there. There's not really a shortage of meat.
on iRide, they complain about the rain despite sleeping in a cave. So, like, literally, what do you have to complain about? And Kathy is having a bad time. Were you sad for Kathy this time around?
I was a little sad for Kathy. It didn't seem like it was super fun to sleep in the cave.
She came out of that cave
Especially-
like, ack.
Yeah, she was going full Kathy mode. And also the lovers from Lost were in that cave. So I understand why you wouldn't love that.
And they actually weren't the lovers. It was actually it was a mother and son. If you watch the finale of that show, you learn that, actually. So
Well, apparently I need to watch Lost in chronological order. If only someone had done that.
I have great news for you. I'll send you a link. On Malakal, Ozzy teaches Eric how to be an island guy. I love this. Dudes rock. I love this.
Yeah, this was just 2 guys hanging out,
Yeah.
chilling, climbing trees.
What could be better than that, honestly? They go out paddling, and Suri freaks out that they're too far from the land. Good stuff. We love to see it. Suri freaking out, Ozzy being confident, JP leaving. Oh, maybe that's why. Because people were really upset about JP too
People
getting
were
taken
pissed
out.
about Jonathan Penner leaving.
They were like, how will I remember that one episode of Seinfeld when I watched Survivor? On the reward challenge, they have to move a money stone through a jungle and then do a puzzle. Winners get herbal essences spa. Pretty nice.
The shampoo authority was there, and they were in effect.
Malakal wins and sends Jason and Tracy to Exile Island. We love it. We love Exile Island. Every episode should be an Exile Island episode.
I think that having to go to exile after your team won would be even more of a slap in the face than usual for this challenge. Cause
It's got to be frustrating,
you were gonna go get clean, and now you got to go be dirty, even dirtier than normal on Exile Island.
I went camping last night, and I came home this morning and took a shower. Greatest shower of my life, I gotta say.
How
So
do
I
you like
understand.
camping?
I love camping. I love watching the fire
Really?
and building the fire. I love eating food, I guess. Like any other activity, food being involved is a pro. I like seeing the animals. I like going hiking. I like telling spooky stories around the campfire. Do you like camping?
I hate camping.
I know, because you pretended to get COVID to get out of a camping trip with us.
Yes, I pretended to get COVID.
Back in 2020, everyone was pretending to get COVID to avoid camping trips.
Yeah, it was a conspiracy to avoid going camping with your friends. Yeah, I would have gone camping for that to hang out with my friends, but that was really the only reason I would have been there because I don't like it.
Why? What about it bothers you? Is it all the bugs and all
I
the
think
bad times?
not even that so much. I think the time of year that we were going would have been fine for camping.
It wasn't.
But
It was rainy
no,
and cold the whole time.
yeah, the rain I wouldn't have loved. I don't really care if it's cold. The problem for me is I just always get really sunburnt when I'm camping. So
Is there camping in Ireland? Do people do that? They got to, right? There's so much land up there.
I guess maybe.
Fair enough. Why would I know anything about Irish culture?
Yeah.
I know they have the clover and they have those rings that people love and they have that movie. I guess I'm talking about Irish Americans, not Ireland. Boondock Saints, that's
Yeah.
what it's called.
They love. Is there camping in Boston?
Speaking of everybody having a nice time like they do in Boston and camping, everybody has a nice time on this reward. Obviously, it's herbal essences. Who doesn't have a nice time? I did consider going out and getting a bottle of herbal essences after watching this episode. So I was like, oh, I've never used that shampoo before. I wonder if it's nice.
It's not my. I've used it before. It's I don't know. That's not for me.
I don't know the brand of shampoo that we buy because my wife buys it. And I've never looked at the brand name. I'll do that after this. I'll go in the bathroom and say, oh, what shampoo do I use? I just know which color bottle it is and where in the shower
I'm a
it
Dove
is.
man. Still
Well.
a Dove man.
Prince over here. Do you know what it sounds like when a dove cries?
I know what it feels like when I cry because I don't have my Dove.
Do you know about Irai, the survivor tribe?
I do know about I-Rye. This is what it sounds like when I rye.
It rains and Kathy hates it. Oh, she's a lot like you. Doesn't get any sleep and can't feel her family. So
No,
she
I'm more
quits
of
the
a
game.
garbage guy. I'm only happy when it rains.
I'm more of a whole guy.
Live through this camping.
Yeah. Over on Malakal, Suri talks shit about Ozzy and his arrogance and then targets Eric. Yeah, she's not wrong, you know?
Ozzy and his Erikgance.
Good joke. At the Immunity Challenge.
I've told a joke or two before, not to brag, but sometimes these things just come natural.
Yeah, jokes are really funny. I love jokes. Favorite joke of all time? Go.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
And why is it?
To get to the other side.
Pretty good. I saw a joke on the website twitter.com, formerly known as X, and it said, let me try to pull it up. I liked it. With likes being private, can you still see your own likes?
Yes.
Nice. Oh, here it is. Why did the tiger throw up on the couch?
Why?
He was sick.
Was this a joke that like a child told someone?
Yeah, it's this Twitter account I follow called Kids Write Jokes, where people just submit jokes that their kids had said.
That is
think it's
very much
great.
in the to get to the other side
Yeah,
style, and I respect it.
that's what made me think of it. It's really good. I think kids' jokes are so funny. Okay, where were we in the show Survivor? Micronesia. At the Immunity Challenge, they collect big puzzle pieces from the water while attached to a big wheel, and then they do a puzzle. This was fun. I liked this one.
Yeah, I like the collar ones are nice. I thought the wheel was a nice little touch there.
Like I don't know what it's called, but like the water skiing or whatever to come back to the beach that the wheel was incorporated with
Yes.
before. That was pretty good. Irai wins this one too. All they do is win. More like I win. That's what they should be called. Instead of Irai.
Yeah, we're just going crazy with these jokes. Sick jokes. I love your jokes, bro.
Thanks, bro. At Malakal.
Your jokes are off the chain.
At Malakal, Ozzy targets Tracy over Eric. Amy lets Tracy in on the plan to vote Ozzy out. And then they go to tribal council. But first, we got to talk about these wildlife shots. We had some white birds. We had big spider or other bug, I don't know. We had bats, we had rats, and we had the medium egret, also known as the median egret, smaller egret, or intermediate egret. Aren't those such fun names for this bird?
I love an intermediate egret,
Yeah.
when you feel like you've progressed past beginner egret.
Yeah. It's a medium white heron. How tall do you think they are?
I'll say 2 feet tall.
Yeah, approximately 22 to 28 inches.
Okay, so about 2 feet.
About 2 feet, yeah. How much do they weigh?
Birds have hollow bones. I don't know if you've
Birds
heard
have
this
hollow
before.
bones, and these are actually sometimes called the smaller egret. Remember that.
Okay. Filing that away. I'm going to say that they weigh about 12 pounds.
How many pounds?
12.
Can you convert that into ounces? Not convert. Can you answer that, but instead of saying pounds, say ounces?
Is there how many pounds is it 16 ounces to a pound?
Yeah.
That would be, let me do
It's not.
a little bit of math here. So 12 times 16.
No.
That would,
Okay.
what?
No, go ahead.
I don't understand what you're asking. Why would that not be what you want?
You said 12 pounds, right?
Yes.
Give the same answer, but instead of saying pounds, say ounces.
Okay, so do they weigh 12 ounces?
Try a little harder.
I hate you.
They weigh 14 ounces.
This is the worst part of this segment, I will say. Like, every week, it's always like, why don't you know this?
Yeah.
And then you just string me along. I'm fucking tired of it. Why don't you just tell me how much it weighs?
14 ounces, which is 0.875 pounds. Less than one. What do
Wait, so they're 2 feet tall and they weigh like 1 pound?
That's what it said on the internet.
I guess they have hollow bones. I don't know. That seems low.
What do they eat?
I'm going to say that they probably eat like fish and probably bugs.
Yes, as well as frogs and crustaceans. And what color are their eggs?
I'll say blue.
It's more of a pale green. Where or how do they feed their young? This one should be easy. It's a bird.
Probably a nest, I would think, and they probably feed it to them mouth to mouth.
The word is regurgitation, but close enough. How do they defend their young from predators?
Do they like dive bomb predators?
No, they will stretch their plumes out and point their nose toward the predator.
Okay, so they make themselves look big. That makes sense.
I guess so. The way that Wikipedia described it made it sound like they just build like a tent with their wings and just stare the predator down. It's like, okay, I guess that works. And where do they rank on the IUCN Red List?
I'm going to say least concern.
No, I'm sorry. It's worse than that.
Man, there's so many endangered animals on this season. I'm going to say threatened.
They're not yet endangered, but it's worse than threatened.
Okay.
The initials are VU. Do you remember what that stands for?
Very upset about how endangered they are.
Yeah. Okay, so at Tribal Council, they talk about how Ozzy is running this tribe. Whatever, who gives a shit? Ozzy rules. Everybody loves Ozzy at this point in history. He gets one vote. Tracy gets the rest. Were you surprised at all?
Not really.
Yeah. Okay.
It seemed like a lot of work on the production's part to be like, maybe they aren't gonna get rid of Tracy.
Right. I know we've been, for 6 episodes straight, been talking about how Tracy is the one to go. But what if it's not? What if it's actually the most popular person we have on this season? Okay, so between Kathy and the big man in charge, we did see a lot of quitting this week, Thomas. So can you tell us the name of this week's Quopes quiz?
So nasty that it's probably somewhat of a travesty having me. Then he told the people you can call me your majesty.
Are you a quitter? I don't feel like answering this one.
Okay, first question. Are you a quitter? Yes or no?
I'll say yes.
I'm obviously going to say no. Second question. Are you a quitter? Yes or no?
Well, maybe not. I'm answering this one.
I'm going to say no again. Are you saying no also?
Yes, I also said no.
All right, nice. Third question. Are you a quitter?
No, I'm still going.
Nope. Are you a quitter?
No.
Thomas, I have to ask, are you a quitter?
I mean, we're seeing this thing through, so no.
I'm saying no also. I never quit anything. Are you a quitter?
Okay, this is so long. We can't do this whole thing. I scrolled down. I knew that what the bit was with this, but we can't
Say
keep doing
no.
this. It's
Are you
gonna
a quitter?
take so
I'm
long.
going to say no. Thomas, vote your conscience.
Yeah, I am a quitter.
Are you a
I'm not
quitter?
doing the rest of this.
Just go through fast. Are you a quitter? No. Are you a quitter? No. Are you a quitter? No. Okay, this is actually pretty long. I didn't realize how long this was going to take.
Did you screen this before you picked it for?
Yeah, but it seemed shorter when I was doing it on my own. I'm writing no on all of them. And, my internet's definitely picking that all up. Are you writing yes on all of them?
I wrote yes on 2 of them, and I'm writing no on the remaining ones because I am actually finishing it.
Yeah.
So I'm not quitting.
Good. There's also a ad on the side
too
for
long.
Olympics.
This is not very funny. This is not that good of a bit. I'm gonna just throw that right out there.
What if it was even longer, though? Do you think that would be good?
No, I don't think it would be.
Because the person who created this one, whose name I'm not going to scroll back up to find, page unresponsive. Sorry,
I'm glad that
scrolled
Buzz,
so fast.
insane completist, you are not a quitter, but you are something much worse, a sheep who blindly completes whatever is asked of him without question.
Oh, was that your answer?
Yes.
My page became unresponsive, so mine.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you're not a sheep like me who completed the dumb quiz that you picked out, but that's fine. Joke's on me, I guess.
Yeah, joke's
What's
on you.
new?
Right. Okay, I only have like 10 of these left. Are you a quitter? No. How many times do I have to fucking tell you? Miss London. That's the other brand that's being advertised to me now. Do you know that brand? Looks like they sell wipes of some sort. My page went unresponsive again. Okay. And I said exit page, but it didn't. Well, I got to the last question and nothing happened. Huh. Did I miss one? I don't see how that would be possible. It's only the same question 1,300 times.
We here at Did You Watch Survivor Last Night would like to formally apologize for the content of that quiz.
Okay.
Promise to do better next time.
It looks like they did miss a couple in the middle. Okay, finally. Insane completist. You are not a quitter, but you are something much worse. A sheep who blindly completes whatever is asked of him without a question. Now go complete the test again. Congrats? I don't like that answer. I'm not going to do it again. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like being told what to do even more than I don't like listening. Wait, what? Quitting. Whatever. This was by Sam Weiner. You're telling me. He's on the BuzzFeed staff. Let's see what Sam Weiner's up to today.
Sam Weiner.
Yeah, good name. Okay, sorry the Quopes quiz was bad
Funny
this week.
name much, Sam Weiner. Got him.
Yeah, Do you think he's been fired for AI? Ooh. His latest post is from October 23, 2015. 17 puppies you need to see before you die. Coming January 21st, 2088. What?
Well, I'm not going to see them because then I'll never die.
Exactly. Isn't it time for a new religion? What comes after Fear the Walking Dead? I wonder what this guy is up to these days. Oh, he has a Twitter. Anyway, Thomas, what's your Twitter? Or X, or BuzzFeed, or... Sam Weiner has 13 followers on Twitter and 0 tweets.
You can follow me at tom.tom.bsky.social or at tom.tom on X, the everything app formerly known as Twitter.
Sam Weiner doesn't even have a website, even though there's a website linked to his BuzzFeed bio. The show is youtube.com, the Compassionate Haters Survivor podcast. Perfect sentence. What can people comment on YouTube? What perfect sentence can they write on YouTube, the perfect website?
I'm being arrested for being charged for having a perfect sentence. That's sorry. I'm going Joe Biden mode here. I'm trying to collect my thoughts.
Try going Dark Brandon mode.
Dark Brandon mode. Dark Brandon mode is when you don't quit and then you do quit. R.I.P. Dark Brandon. So, haha, very funny smiley face. Or just smiley face is what is acceptable on the YouTube.
Yeah, if you don't know how to spell, ha ha ha, very funny. A simple emoticon smiley face, which is, of course, the colon and the end parentheses button on the keyboard. Okay, so our last...
If you don't know how to spell it, first of all, not my problem. Second of all, you can just put a smiley face. It's fine.
Exactly. We know what you mean with a smiley face. Our last poll asked, are you excited for college football 2K25? The options were yes, yes, a third yes, or no. How do you think it came back?
I'm going to say the yes is one out on this one.
100% of the vote went to no.
What?
People don't care about college football like you, Thomas. I'm sorry to say.
This game, literally 2 million people paid, including myself, paid extra for the deluxe edition so that they could play it like less than a week early.
Well, literally 11.34 million people watched this episode of Survivor 20 years ago, 15 years ago.
Scoreboard.
Scoreboard, please. We have a few shows on Patreon.com, many talking about sports of various kinds. That includes sports. What are they called? Scoreboards. You can find it at patreon.com/justpodcast. Which one is your favorite this week, Thomas?
My favorite this week is probably Pope and Change because, Barack Obama, it's been a busy week for him. And,
oh, my God.
We'd love to help him relax by talking about popes.
What if Barack Obama becomes the guy? What if?
Excuse you?
What if Barack Obama becomes the guy? Very popular man.
Becomes what guy?
The Democratic guy. For the Democrats.
He's not allowed.
Well, so what? There's no rules anymore.
Yeah, you just run for a third term and just pretend that you pretend that you didn't hear anything anytime anyone says you're not allowed to.
No, my first term was from 2008 to 2016. This is my second term now. Everybody gets one. Would have gotten that the dad from Get Out's vote. We know that. Okay, do you want to thank the fans? Or the favorites?
I'd love to thank the listeners. Thank you for listening.
Any of them your favorite? Like on Ozzy or Suri? Johnny Fairplay?
Probably
Parvati?
Johnny Fairplay.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, we'll be back next week. Stop. We'll be back next week with episode 8 of Micronesia.
Vice President Trump.
Vice President Trump. Remember when he said that? That was so funny. It's like 2004 all over again, where politics is fun to talk about.
Yeah, that's these clowns. Is the circus in town? No, it's just the damn presidential election.
All right. Well, until November, whatever. Have a great summer.
Deuces. Don't forget to vote November whatever.
Somebody retweeted the picture of Hillary Clinton as a child that says, "One day this girl will be president." It just says, "Girl, delete this." Okay, well, it's impossible to find a tweet 'cause all I do is like tweets anymore. There's a lot of really good ones though. Anyway, I don't remember the joke, but it was good and it made me laugh hard. So, that's what I have to say about that. Anyway.
That's good. I'm glad that our listeners know that you saw something that made you laugh. What?
Yeah.
Impossible to say.
So, when you were telling me about your lost headphone case, it reminded me, I also lost things recently. I went camping yesterday with my wife and our daughter. Not our daughter, our niece.
Your dog?
Our dog
Oh, with
and
your
our
niece?
niece. Yes.
Your dogter?
My dogter and my niece. So we went camping, and I was feeling sick because, diabetes wasn't working in my favor, as if it ever does. So I went to... Oh, we were also out of water. They didn't have a water hookup, which they claimed to. So I went to the gas station nearby, and I grabbed 2 gallons of water, but I could feel my stomach churning. I was like, this is not good. I think I need to do something about this diabetes situation. And before I could insert my card into the machine reader, the card reader, I felt the vomit just burst out of my throat like a volcano. I covered my mouth. Just ran outside and vomited all over their fucking lumber that they were selling.
Ew.
It was disgusting. And I luckily had the card in my hand, so I put that in my pocket real quick. I ran back to the car, drove to the next nearest store that sells water, and acted like nothing happened. Got a full case of water, and went back to the campsite. And then like an hour later, I was like, hey, where's my wallet? Oh, I think I know. I think I know where I left it. I think it's on top of that firewood at the gas station. So I drove back real quick. It wasn't there. I was like, fuck. Now I'm going to have to go make conversation with this man
You
I
almost made
nearly
a
vomited
perfect
in front
exit.
of. Almost. I was so close. And I was like, hey, did I leave my wallet in here like an hour? And then before I could say an hour ago, he was like, yep. And just hands it to me. Yeah, that's fair. I'm so sorry.
No further conversation. I understand that's one where you're just like, I don't want to talk about this either.
Yeah. I felt so bad. I was like, I can't go back in there. It's just too
Guess that's the
embarrassing and
store's
gross.
wallet now.
Yeah, they could have all $7 that were in there.
Smarten up, Probst.